I'm Rachel, and I'm pissed off. So I am making my own podcast, What Rachel Really Thinks. And I think the lighting here sucks. No grammatically being correct, no filters, no nothing. I could use a light. No, I'm like the Joker here. I'm like Two-Face, right? But this is just one-sided. We could also call this, and I'd like some participation from you guys. We could call it Rachel's Rant. Rachel's Rant would be good. Ask me a hard question. Ask me a hard question. I would love to tell you because I am tired of dancing around bullshit. Anyway, I live in Missouri and it's a split state. So that means that pretty much anyone can do what they want and someone will take your side. Pro-gun, non-gun, abortion, non-abortion, Jesus, non-Jesus, whatever. But today, I think I've had enough. I was planning a family. I wanted to have a baby with my husband. I'm 52 years old. I have not had menopause yet. For those of you who don't know what the change is, that's when you run out of eggs and you cannot, whatever. But I'm old and I have 4 kids already. And I have, and I'm cool with that. But I remarried in 2018 and he wants a kid of his own and I'm cool with that. I'm fine. I like kids. Some people get another dog after their dogs die. My kids are almost out of the house. I deserve another kid. So anyway, this has been something we've been trying, but we've been having a hard time doing. So we're thinking in vitro fertilization, whatever, IVF is what they call it. But now we have this whole abortion thing going on, and whether they're just jumped on the bed, it brings a whole new meaning to the word redneck. Redneck used to mean like you're a farmer, you had her out there, you had your sunburned neck, working hard. No, these guys have made this so bad. Rape, incest are not excuses for abortion in this state. It has to be a medical emergency for them to do it. A medical emergency. Now, this is interesting because these people who are making these laws are people who went to, like, I think, the Attorney General. I don't think he got his doctorate in medicine. I think he got it in law. And he's not doing a very good job about applying it because I don't think he has any doctors about women's reproductive rights or anything. I consider this sexual harassment. How about that for a legal word? Sexual harassment. Someone telling me what to do with my body and putting me on trial. Yeah, okay, Richard, you want to get pregnant, right? So no big deal. What does this abortion law apply to you? Because if it's an ectopic pregnancy, it is not clear. It is a possibility, but we have to wait for the governor to determine personally, or the Attorney General to determine personally if it's an emergency surgery, or our doctors could go to jail. Making them a little gun shy. We don't have a lot of, oh my God. Anyway, an ectopic pregnancy, if I have an egg that is outside of my uterus and is in my fallopian tubes and growing until, at first I get an infection or whatever. It's a life or death thing. There's lots of, just giving birth could be a life or death thing. We don't even have sex trafficking under control yet. There's probably 12-year-old girls out there getting pregnant and have no idea what to do. And these guys their first order of business in Missouri is to alienate half the population. We're not talking one race. We're not talking black. We're not talking white. We're not talking Mexican or Oriental or whatever is covered in the grand scheme of the world. We're talking about females. That's all over the place. We're talking they're making decisions for your moms, your daughters, your granddaughters, your girlfriends, your lovers, whatever, your friends. And each one of us knows a woman who has a story where it wasn't cookie cutter. It wasn't a planned birth. It was not something that they were planning on. I mean, pretty much everybody. I was planned, and that's a nice thing to know. My sister was planned. I had two very awesome parents that were teachers, and they did everything right. And, you know, but that doesn't happen to everybody. And not everything goes perfectly. And people, those of you who are thinking, oh, well, just if you get raped, go take Plan B. Chemically induced abortion is also going to be illegal here. I think it is illegal as well, or that's on the table. So I'm just mad. Tom, do I not have the right to light? I mean, there's what are you doing here?
Okay. How do I fix this?
You put a light right here. Can you put a light there?
Let's see.
Just plug that in and put it over here. See, this is men. They're threatened by a woman who's smart enough to say where something goes, right? I won't have sex with him because I don't know if I get pregnant, if something's going to happen, and then I'm going to die, right? So, well, should we move to Illinois? Because, right? Oh, we'll just go over to Illinois. Go to Kansas. They have abortion. You can get an abortion there. But I live in Missouri. So a doctor in Illinois can get in trouble for performing an abortion on a Missourian woman. So we are trapped big time. And, take away the abortion piece. Take that out of this. I'm mad about it, yeah, but take that whole piece out. Pretend that I didn't talk about that. We're talking the mask mandates and all that crap. Don't wear a mask, wear a mask. It's respiratory, but don't wear a mask, wear gloves. Save the nurses the trouble. Give all our masks to the nurses in the hospitals. So we give the masks to them so they can use them when all the people that are out there in the supermarket aren't using them, but using rubber gloves, breathing the same air. Well, now the hospitals are overloaded because no one was wearing a mask. So, yeah, we didn't do them any favors. And, they're not getting paid, what do you call it? Trauma money or whatever, and they're getting yelled at by people who don't want to wear masks or don't want to go by the rules. And right now, even though the mask mandate's been lifted in my county, St. Louis County, which is also in the red, but we're still not mask mandated because we have rights. And we have the right to, I don't mind wearing a mask and someone else doesn't, but I think it is, I don't know, malpractice for the politicians to sit there and say that they know what to do when they didn't go to school to be a doctor. Ask a doctor. I saw, when this whole thing started, I saw Washington State, Jay Inslee, governor. He pulled up one of the doctors I worked with at Evergreen Hospital, which was the feeder hospital to the original nursing home. And he pulled up one of my doctors, Dr. Rito, an infection control specialist. and 12 people had died. And he said, this is the tip of the iceberg, just the tip of the iceberg. Jay Inslee asked a doctor, and a doctor responded and gave an honest answer. And I don't think we've gotten a lot of honest answers about anything, whether it's COVID, abortion, the war. Pick something. Big pharma. I mean, I don't even know. Ask me a question. Ask me a question. I will try and stay on topic. But the point is that I'm mad, and this is my only outlet. I'm a woman, so no one listens. All this crap in the back, feel free to be distracted. Unfiltered. Welcome to my mess. Bless it all. I could tell you what everything is. Fireplace that doesn't work. The 2 salt and pepper shakers, those ducks. I had those as little, when I was little. I've had those since I can remember. That Charizard came from somewhere. Christmas decorations. And what is that? A marble candelabra from Tom's mom. Grandmother. And then some awards from my grandfather and some books that Tom probably read, because I know I didn't. But I am so mad. And then someone told me that in Florida they're getting rid of gay marriage. What now? We have gone backwards. Every time we have held up a sign and something has gotten an improvement on, we have gone backwards. We have absolutely gone backwards. I live flipping a house out in one of the first redlined areas in the United States, and you cannot believe what I hear come out of people's mouths. Can't believe what I see in the housing market and how things are being handled. I'll tell you, that neighborhood that's supposed to have this infrastructure bill with everything from whatever, the whole infrastructure bill that is targeted at North St. Louis, I'm waiting. We did get new gas lines. But I don't have any idea. I haven't seen anything saying what they're going to do with that money. And I think they only have a certain amount of time before they have to give it back. But I do tell you something. I couldn't drive in downtown St. Louis. I had to have a guy from the city of St. Louis water department take me all the way around this crazy thing to get to the convention center. A 7-minute ride was probably 15 minutes, and I had to have a personal escort because they are changing the water pipes down there from lead to new water pipes, yes, at the convention center, and there's going to be a whole bunch more new development. So awesome. So if we can just get a bunch of developers to bulldoze all the historic buildings so we can have clean drinking water. Oh, and let's not forget, St. Louis is the most dangerous. What is it, Tom? It's the most dangerous city in the United States. Well, if we took a look at the water, you all know that lead poisoning is bad and it affects children. Well, it affects adults too, and it comes out in violence. And we're pro-gun, and there's drugs out here too. So give someone who's into drugs a gun and some, lead affected brain thing, because everyone's got water filters on their pipes. Believe me, we've done a lot of research. We replaced all the pipes in our house out there, but there's still lead going to the street. So I think they're supposed to fix it, but I don't even know if I want to sell a house out there because I don't want someone to drink the water. I mean, it could be fixed really easily if you were to get what do you call it, Tom? One of those things at the bottom of water filters that goes through the whole house instead of under the sink. What are those called?
Whole home water filtration.
A whole home water filtration. I don't think it's that expensive. But they should freaking just give those out to the people who live there. But downtown St. Louis is going to be doing great. But, the people that live there, and if they're their whole lives, they would like clean drinking water, I think. I'm probably just guessing. That's probably not what they really want. Their houses are worth $2,000 according to Zillow, some of them. Those are the finished ones. The ones that are falling down are worth 2,000. Yeah, we've got someone who's got a 4-family flat and a spare lot from where one of the houses was developed, privacy fence, 2-car garage, immaculate lawn. I don't think there's even a weed. Great guy, keeps his eye out on the entire neighborhood. His house is worth $3,000. And Zillow gets that information from our city records. So it's not Zillow's fault. It's our appraisers. They don't even go into that neighborhood. They don't. Because if they did, just seeing it from the outside and putting eyes on, they would know how beautiful that area is. We're close to City Park, close to Fairgrounds Park, where they were gonna hold the World's Fair, but something fell through, I don't even know. But it's been there forever, it's been there. It is a food desert, all the businesses are gone. Not all of them, but it is, and transportation is not great. It used to have a trolley through there, and it was working 24 hours, 7 days a week, and you could get to downtown St. Louis, happening in place, in 10 minutes, and that was in the early 1900s. That wasn't, and we have just destroyed it.
I think you're up to the 50s.
Up to the 50s. And now we're relying on a bus line that really don't go through these neighborhoods. Won't go through them. You have to walk, probably, if you're in this, it's terrible. It's just terrible. I am very disappointed for being in the suburbs like we are. It's great. We got a pool. They just replaced our sewer pipes. We've got central air. We're living the life, I got 2 dogs. Missouri loves their animals. But, if we're going to have all these rights, the politicians shouldn't be telling us what we can and can't do. They're there to enforce the laws. And the Constitution, holy crap, I was like, I'm just going to rewrite the Constitution. I'm just going to do this exercise and see what's wrong and whatever. And it was supposed to be a rough draft, right? It wasn't even supposed to be a permanent thing. And if you read it, like I was talking about boys when I was in high school, I was not even paying attention to what the teacher said. So now at 52, I kind of care. But the thing is they're saying it's all about men, and free men is in there. So this is it's not addressing anybody else except for the needs of basically the white men and the free men. And I think the free men, which would mean black but not slaves, I think they got a 3/8 count on the vote, or 5. What is that? 5/8, 3/8. Why would you even make such a stupid number up? That's a dumb number. Think about how much counting you would have to do that. Whatever. It's the whole thing. Just that right there. We have so many more people. The than we did. Women should be included. We have the right to vote now. That has been changed. We need to write everyone into, we're all supposed to be equal. I don't know, maybe my dad taught me wrong. He taught me that when I grew up, I could be anything I wanted. I wasn't happy when I chose being a mom. Like he wanted me to be a mechanical engineer like him, but no luck there. So all I'm saying is that I'm really upset. And I've been crying about this for the last 3 days, and my family doesn't know what to do with me because I'm scared. And they have nothing they can say to make me feel better. And my son said to me today, he gave me a hug and said, Mom, I'm sorry that your rights have been taken away. And I said, me too. I'm nothing compared to the other women that are out there that have real problems, real problems. Like my problems, I could probably work around and have enough medical knowledge to know how to phrase things to make it right. It was a non-viable pregnancy because it wasn't in the, uterus or whatever. But girls are going to come to college out here, and everyone knows that women, 2 out of 3 are raped. And I'm sure each one of us has had an unwanted pregnancy, unexpected, whatever, not convenient pregnancy. And that's what you're sending your girls into. Here is a possible rape and not having anything to do about it. So until Missouri figures their shit out, I suggest sending your children, your daughters, your beautiful daughters that you don't want their life ruined, to Illinois. Missouri's got great colleges, but they have a shitty political system. And I apologize for that. And no child is a burden or a mistake or anything. But they can be life-threatening, and that's a problem. I don't want to see any of the girls that are here today, women, die because of some dumbass man's arrogance, ignorance, and stupidity. Really didn't think this one through. And how about this? To our general attorney, governor, whoever put these stupid laws into place, because like I said, I was busy talking about boys. How about you make a law where all the dads who don't pay their child support go to jail? Oh, that already exists. Okay, well, I guess that's not working either. How about they get themselves castrated so they cannot keep doing this to women and leaving them single, a burden on the tax system, because women who choose not to have an abortion and go through and have children with or without the man are now a burden. They're sluts, they're whores, they're all sorts of things. But God forbid you get an abortion. And girls, don't forget, God has done anything bad to you. God, if that is what you believe, and you believe he is omnipresent, he's walking right beside you and shaking his head like this is not what you should be going through. You should not have to go through this. But that's the burden of, what do you call it, Tom? We got blessed with the ability to make our own minds up about stuff. So girls, because go to a state that cares about you and it cares about your health. Actually, probably everybody in this state cares about you except for those people in power. You are watching it happen. They have made history a joke. I mean, I wasn't paying attention, but I didn't try to ruin anything intentionally either. I just wanted to marry a Paul Hamilton at the time, and that was not the wisest choice either. So, It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Uh, and I'm sorry. And I know there's people out there who don't agree with me, but I'm telling you one thing we all agree on. We all want our people in this country to be safe and taken care of, and we can't even afford, I mean, we've got child sex trafficking going on. So even if this woman brought this baby to term, black market, right? Are you kidding me? Babies. Oh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting what people will do to children. Let's spend our time taking care of the children we have. Maybe putting that money into securing the city so that we don't have child trafficking here, maybe making less places for people to hide, like, houses that are falling down that the city owns and have no roof, windows or a door on. But they'll go around telling women how to live their lives. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so ready to move. But everyone's trying to talk me into, sense. So this is just me. It's not so easy. I hate moving. It's a chore. But we'll see. I have a husband and two young boys that are very, very loving and really care about what is going on, but in different ways. Each one has a different viewpoint. It's interesting. But if you're a parent and you are trying to further your girls in their education, make sure it is unhindered. Okay? I'd have 1,000 more kids if I could. But to be forced to do something you don't want is not the state you want them to be in. So, anyway. Oh, and the doctors, the girls won't go to prison, the doctors will for doing it. So now all those doctors that are trying to find cures or saving people from death are going to jail because they saved a woman's life. So that kind of pisses me off. So to all you asshole lawmakers out there that are screwing us over, you better start talking to some doctors and getting real, because you are hurting people. And every time you can make a decision like this, every woman who dies because you made this stupid law, that blood is on your hands. So you can take that to those pearly gates of whatever it is that you think you're going to. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of people out there who probably think you're the Antichrist, because you are hurting people. You're saving cells, but you're killing women. But future moms. Oh, and those women that you're killing also have 10 more eggs that you could potentially get another taxpayer out of. So I highly suggest you keep us alive. I don't know how to shut this thing off.
Hit the red button.
There's a lot of red buttons. There's a lot of red buttons. Where is it?
Click in stream.
Oh. Did that work?